Hi everyone and happy Monday. We have a very scary looking skull today for our weekly planner page from Johanna Basford's planner. I think this is her sort of Halloween picture. It's not really that scary, is it? Now it's from Lost Ocean, so we have all sorts of oceany themed items, sort of underwater seaweeds and plants and things. Now I'm not sure how to do this really, whether to do it in Halloweeny brights, oranges, purples, bright greens and things like that. I think I will do that. Yeah, why not? I've got my my Staedtler, pencils, because it's there's some smaller areas. You can use your Ergosofts, as I was going to say. I'm not actually going to. I'm going to use my Design Journey because I've got a bigger range of colours. So I'm actually grabbing this orange, it's number 24, and I'm thinking I'm going to do the centres of all of these sort of flowery looking bits. This could be coral rather than florals, but I don't think it matters. And I'm going to come in closer because quite far away. And we'll start at the top here. Move you across into the middle a little bit. There we go. So yes, as I say, I've got the 24. I'll just grab my list and find out what that's called. Wrong list. Oh, too many bits of paper here. Here we go. 24 Scarlet Red. Looks very orange to me. So let's do the edges of these. I'm thinking if we do the edges in a darker colour and then lighten it a little bit towards the middle, rather than just putting down one colour. You can just put down one colour if that's what you feel more comfortable with. But I'm going to do a couple. Just fade it up. So yeah, it's nearly Halloween. I don't really get excited about Halloween in the sense that we'd never done it, celebrated it in any sort of way. But my niece's birthday is on Halloween, which is a very easy birthday to remember. It's the only one of my nieces and nephews' birthdays that I ever remember. I mean, I look the others up on the calendar. I don't forget to give them a present or anything, but I just don't remember the date very easily. I know the months. I've got one in September, one in October, 2 in October, December, April, August. So I know the months, which is pretty good. And I know that the September and October ones are very near the beginning of the month, so I have to remember the month before to get cards in the post, apart from my niece's Halloween, which is obviously right at the end. The December one is fairly near the beginning. The April one is fairly near the beginning too. Now, I'm just seeing if oh yes, we do have a couple more. Here and here, look, we'll do these. So, yeah, I have them on my calendar, but not always easy to remember all these dates, is it? Okay, now I'm going to go for a slightly lighter orange. This is the orange. We're going to sort of fill in the rest. I'm going to start with these ones because I happen to be there. Just blend it in. But no, the reason I look forward to Halloween is strictly Come Dancing, my favourite show that I mention over and over. They have a Halloween special and they have Halloween themed music and costumes. It's always a bit of fun. I find that some people say it's not such a good show because the sort of costumes and music takes away from the dancing. I don't think so. They have various themed shows and I don't think does that. Some dancers will be better, some dancers won't. You know, I think sometimes some styles of dance suit some people better than others anyway, so you can't really say it's the particular themed night. But anyway, I find it good. They always have something they haven't given us any clues at all with regards to costumes or anything this year. Sometimes they do. Now we've got these little bits sort of around here and around here. I thought I would do them in the light orange. Number 42, I think it is just called light orange, yeah. And I'm just going to go, like this one hasn't got one, so we ignore that one, but here, I'm just going to block colour them in, I think. These. Like that. I really haven't planned this at all. I rarely do with my pictures. I just find a bit that I know what I want to do with and dig in. And I know that's quite scary for some people. I think it's just what I do when because like I'm recording this page, I've got to do this page this week because it's this week's page. So I've just got to get on with it. So I don't have time to sort of sit and think and wonder what shall I do really. And it's my day, it's my sort of only day when I have no one home all day. So I've got everyone out of the house. Sounds a bit rude. I mean, you know, I know everyone's safely out and on time. They've got their lunch boxes that I've made for them. They've all had breakfast. They've got everything they need with them. I'm still in sort of contact with them if they need me, but it means that I can now sort of get on. Whereas tomorrow I've got my one son home and he's finding it difficult to concentrate, so I'm going to try a few techniques with him. This is number 6, which is the violet. It's our sort of darkest purpley shade, and I'm going to use this for the edges of the flowers. You'll see what I'm doing as I go. So I want it really layered up here and then just faded towards the tip. Like that. So we've got it over the whole petal. I'm going to blend another colour in from that way, and I find it much easier to blend if we've got a little bit of the colour all the way through. That's just my personal finding. For me, that's how I find it easier. Yeah, so I'm going to try and help him to just do that one in a lighter tone like that, because it's a turned over bit. Yeah, he's finding it hard to concentrate on studying. He didn't used to when he was at school, but since he's at college and then uni, he's finding it hard. So I'm going to try and sort of think about what he used to do and what's different and what I can do to try and help him really. So I'm going to be working with him a little bit tomorrow, and then on Wednesday both boys are home, so I might be trying to help both of them with bits and pieces. And then Thursday they're both out, but one's, I think, I'm trying to think, because one's timetable changes. One's just out for the morning and the other one, not sure. I think he's just out for the morning too, and so I have a little bit of time then. And then Fridays they're both out late afternoon. Like one leaves at 11:20 to get in for 1:15. Yeah, the trains are that slow. And the other one leaves sort of 12:20 time. Now these orange and purple, my son thinks the colour combination of orange and purple is really horrible. He doesn't like it at all. And if you feel the same way, don't worry, you don't have to like it. If you don't want to do it, then you can replace the orange with yellow if you think that goes better with purple. Or you could replace the petals with yellow, so the orange and yellow. Or you could do the centres in pink, so you've got pink and purple, or black is quite Halloweeny, depending on whether you're thinking of doing a black background for your skull. I've often done these with a black background. I haven't decided if I'm even doing a background, and if so what yet, so I don't know, but we'll just see how it pans out. So yeah, so my weeks are not, I don't have a lot of free time at the moment for filming. So Mondays, but I'm limited with how much I can do in that I run out of voice, you know, and things to say and that sort of thing. So I can't make tons of videos. And then say Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I can't really do anything. any, because evenings, you know, they're usually not working in the evening, but that's time when I after I've cooked and eaten, then I'm a bit tired for one thing, so it's not the best time for me to be recording, but also husband comes in. Not only does he clatter about a bit, but it's nice to have a bit of time to talk to him for a while. And I go to bed really early, so you know, we eat really early. We eat at 5, which is very early. A clean up, get it all put away. Then I tend to watch a little bit of TV between 6 and 7. A few quizzes and stuff. Strictly is on, and then husband's home then, so go and chat to him, have a cup of tea, and then by 8 o'clock I'm shattered. I used to go up to bed at 8 o'clock. I tend to leave it maybe to 9 now, but I'm not. Sometimes I'm just not even in the mood for colouring by then. I'm too tired. Sometimes I just do a sort of mandala or something easy because I'm not up for details. And sometimes I read. I'm in the middle of a book at the moment by Philippa Perry. It's quite an interesting book. She's a psychotherapist. And I think it's called something like The Book You Wish Your Parents Had Read and Your Children Will Be Glad You Did, or something like that. And it's about parenting. I mean, obviously my boys are quite old now, and a lot of it is like, you know, if little kids hear this or experience this, but I still think there's plenty to learn. The first chapter is about if you have a problem with someone's behaviour, you don't go, I don't like the way you do this. You don't go, no, it's like blaming. So you don't say you're messy, you need to clean up your mess, you're a problem, basically. You say I don't like the mess. So you turn it round to make it almost your problem, but in a way that hopefully makes them feel like they might be more likely to address it, rather than you just being sort of a bit demanding that they change, sort of thing. So I'm feeling a bit claustrophobic talking about mess at the moment. My husband he doesn't notice mess. He has lots and lots of things and not enough space to put them away. And he likes to be surrounded by things. It makes him feel comfortable. I am the complete opposite. I don't like any mess. I like everything to be put away neatly. I don't like to have too many things. I feel claustrophobic with having too much stuff. So we are so opposite. It's quite interesting. And it creates problems, as you can imagine. So like in the bedroom, my bedside table has basically a lamp, a clock, 3 books, and I put my tablet on it at night, and sometimes there's a handkerchief. That's it. His bedside table, I looked at it the other day because he just tidied it up. So he tidied it up so it's got a tablet stand, a computer, on the bedside table, a screwed up post-it note, a piece of paper with something written on it, a couple of books, some notebooks, a pen, blah 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 stuff. And it's just, I don't know whether I can change my outlook so that I don't feel so bad about it, you know. What I find hardest is when we have guests and I have to try and hide it all. You know, I mean, they don't go in the bedroom, obviously. That's okay. But when, like in the sitting room and stuff, I have to try and find somewhere to put all the stuff. And it's impossible. I remember going to someone's house once and she had this enormous house, beautiful Georgian style, big, long, what they called windows, sash windows, and huge grounds, and just, you know, long tiled hallway, beautiful stairs with stair rods, thin stair carpet. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm just going to wipe my nose and then we'll choose our next colour. I said to her, wow, and she had sitting room, 3 sofas around the enormous fire with loads of space behind them, huge curtains, absolutely, yeah, wow. And it was immaculate. Number 61, dark mauve. And we're going to do, this is what we're going to blend into our violet. So we're going to start at this end and then fade it towards the middle. So we're sort of doing the opposite. And so she had a roaring fire, and it was Christmas, there was a Christmas tree in there. It was absolutely stunning. And I said to her, how do you keep it looking so clean in your house? And she said, I have help. She said, you know, under my hall, in her hallway, she had a piece of furniture, like a sideboard. It's not called that though. Is it an occasional table or something? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, a long thin, with a few like bowls or vase of flowers on it, you know, and it's quite long. And she said her shoes tend to build up under there as she comes in. She'd take her shoes off and push them in. She said, oh, my help, it was basically a cleaning lady, would gather up all her shoes and just pop them in one of the spare bedrooms so that she could sort through them and put them away, you know, at her leisure. It's like, oh. But it's all very well as long as you've got somewhere to put everything. I think what we need is a craft room, you know, with lots of drawers, shelves, cupboards, with a place for everything. I'm sure everyone wants one of those, don't they? But of course, we have got 4 bedrooms in this house, so we should be able to fit one in. This room is one of the bedrooms / office, and it's absolutely crammed full of stuff. So yeah, and then it's like full of books, magazines, notebooks, pens. I'm just looking around. What is there in here? Just electronics and all sorts of things. And it's not a very big room. It barely fit a bed in here, really. And then, and of course, there's this desk that I'm using to record on. And then there's my son's bedroom up in the attic is quite big. Obviously, it's this bedroom. And when he does leave home, I sort of want to keep it as a guest room, really, especially for him, you know, or his brother to come. It's an ensuite room that's quite nice, although the shower doesn't work. It's not very nice. Well, it does work, it's just only gives you cold water. It's not ideal. I'm fond of a cold shower. It would used to work. I've used it once. Anyway, so you can see this isn't going really pink, it's just adding a little touch of colour, which I think is quite pretty. And we're going to do the same with these. Oops. My other son has got it's a single room, really. You can fit a small double bed in it if you try, but he's got a wardrobe and a bookcase in there, a bedside table. There's not much room for anything else. So it's not very big. And then our room, we've got a short wardrobe, 2 tall boy chests of drawers, bedside table and double bed in there, and it's quite a squeeze to fit it all in. And we've got an ensuite shower room, which is nice. So we haven't got room for a craft room. I mean, we know that we're really lucky and we've got a huge house. Right, yes, last little bit. See these edges bits around here? I'm going to do these in a lighter purpley colour. This is 62. It is called Lavender. And I'm just going to do these edges. Yeah, so it's a challenge because we've got a lounge diner, and our lounge has got a fireplace, TV on a TV table type thing, and a sofa in, and my desk where I do my colouring and working. My computer's there too. Then the diner end has got my husband's desk, my two boys' desks, and my bookshelf in it with my colouring books on, and the printer, and you know, that's it. So it's there's not really room for, I suppose, you know, I was thinking once the boys leave, we won't need two desks in the dining room. We could potentially make that into a sort of art room, but we'll see, because our kitchen is a kitchen diner, you see. We've extended it so we don't need a dining room upstairs, and it's a bit of a nuisance carrying food upstairs anyway. So okay, that's our flowers done. So we can make a start on leaves and things. Now I don't want to do all of the leaves green because it's going to get a bit samey. So, but I'm thinking Halloween, how are we going to do it? So I'm going to start with some green, whoops, and then have a think it through. So 38 is our sea green, which I think is a nice colour for Halloweeny style things. And I'm going to do these leaves in this area first. So I'm just going to do them darker at the base, just in the same way we did our petals, and then darker as we go up. Lighter, sorry, less layers as we go up. And again, keep the colour all the way to the tip, just make it faint. So hopefully I'm just going to go over that a bit more so you can see that there is a difference as we go up. And then the same here. And then there we go. But I haven't heard about our balcony yet. It's supposed to be, hasn't been finished. We've got the framework there, and then he's ordered the glass for it, and it was supposed to take 2 weeks, but I can't remember how long it's been since they did it. Okay, so that's that. But I want to do a different colour on the tips. So I'm just looking at what I've got. I think it'll work. I'm going to try. I've got a lime green. I don't want it, this is 53. I don't want it to go too yellowy. I'm hoping this might just work and be okay. But this is a little bit more yellowy than I'd hoped. But never mind. Just what it is. We don't want it all looking the same anyway. There we go. Now either side of this we've got what looks to me like some seaweed. So I'm thinking maybe we could do that in a seaweedy colour. Now what's a seaweedy colour? Well, you know, I always think seaweed could be this sort of colour. This is called Bordeaux. It's number 260. It's like a browny. No, it's not. This is mauve. Sorry, I'm lying. It's mauve. It's 260. It's like a browny, purpley red, I suppose. And I always think this is quite good for seaweed. See what you think. Again, I'm going to fade it up. I've got these little holes in it, which I'm going to try and colour around. I think I'll leave the holes white. Excuse me. I had a cold at the end of the weekend. Bit of the weekend. But I think it's my son's freshest flu that I've just caught. But I'm okay. I couldn't record at the end of last week because I was had a sore throat and I kept sneezing. But yeah, it's getting a lot better. But yeah, my son was quite poorly. I fortunately haven't been. I've been getting a bit hot, but I think the weather's got a little bit warmer, and it's just hot flashes. I don't think it's a temperature, because I don't feel ill enough. You know, when you've got a temperature, you feel really ugh. drained. I haven't felt like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm feeling better, but my two nieces have got it. They were quite poorly yesterday. They were on Skype. And they both look quite ill. One of them said she wasn't sure she was going into uni today because she has a fair walk. She probably has about 40 minutes, I'm guessing. She lives a bit further away from there than I did when I went there. Oh no, she goes to a different place than me. Not sure then. Right, this is, I want something else to blend in with this. Just having a look. What should we do? We could do a brownish colour. I don't think I want to do that. I think I might go with a pink. I'm going to go with, yes, let's try, what's this? The Light Rose 21. I don't know if it's going to work. Give it a go. It's the thing when you can't visualise, you just have to go for it. I think that's part of why I'm confident in just trying things out. Or I have to be, because I can't imagine what it's going to look like. Of course you can try it on a piece of scrap paper, but I guess I'm too lazy for that. I just want to get the colour down and sort of get on with it really. So what I just do, I've gone way out the lines there. Oops, it's a bit blunt. Could do with sharpening it really, but hey, we're nearly done now. Right, if we use it again I will. Now this one here, I think I might go back to greens, but I'm going to use the number 5, which is just called green, but it's still quite a bluey green. And I'm going to, no, I think that's a bit of it in there. I'm going to just use this one colour because I've got quite a smaller size of leaf, so just sort of fading it to the tip a little bit, just working through. Just seeing if my boys have messaged me. They haven't, which is a good sign. My son usually messages me on a Monday morning in his lesson because he finds it really irritating and boring, but he hasn't today, so that's good news. I hope that means he's finding it interesting. It's because he's done it before partly and he's not too keen on the teacher, but we'll see. He's been actually, if he's in the lesson he's bored, he's been starting his assignment work, which I think is quite looking for articles to use, documents for his assignments. So I think that's a good use of his time really. If the content is things that he's done before and he knows it really well and he really doesn't need to know it, he's old enough to know, what he knows and doesn't know. Then we have this little piece here. What should we do for that? I'm wondering how many different colours to use, or whether to try and stick to a more limited palette. But I don't want green here. I want something else. Let's go for a brown, because some browns work for plants, I always think. This one is quite similar to this. This is 72, it is the dark sand. I think it's a similarish tone to this. And I'm going to make it darker at the base and then gently reduce a little bit towards the tip like that. And I think again, because it's quite small, I only need the one colour. Like that. Oops. Now I'm wondering whether to do every one that looks like this in this colour, every one that looks like this in the same colour. I'll have a think. I'm just keeping my pairs of pencils together so I know what I'm doing. This, I feel we need some brightening up, so I'm going to do this in number 61, which is a nice bright, which is our golden ochre, 16, sorry, not 61. I don't think there is a 61. Oh, there is. That's a dark mauve. That would be quite strange. And so we're going to put a bit of gold in here, like this. And then the same on the other side. Now I've got to make a decision now about this, because it's the same as this. Do I do them all the same? And I'm thinking yes. Now, so I'm going to grab the number 72 for that one. Now it starts here. And then I am going to try and slightly fade it towards the end, like we did with our little one there. Now this was only one colour. I think that's okay. Like that. I'll do the same on this one. Just checking, you can see we're getting a little bit wider here, so it might be harder for you to see. There we go. Now I think I might do all the other ones that look like this right now while I've got this idea in my head. So I'm going to come out a little bit. And we have, oh, a bit more. No, that should, yeah. So we have this one here. So I'm going to do that one. And then obviously the one on the other side. This one looks more like this, so we'll do it like that one. We'll stop fairly soon and pick it up again tomorrow, I think. Although tomorrow is completed pages day. Still, I think. That was my plan anyway. I suppose I could do my completed pages on the 1st. Because is it the 30th? Yeah. Well, it's not at all. But now, are there any more of these? I think there are. If I move upwards. Oops. There's some down here, look. Now the teeth are always fun on this skull. I usually do them gold, but I think I need to do them a little different this time, just for a change. And when I say gold, I mean with like a gold pen, so they sort of really shine. But I don't, as I say, I feel like I need to do them differently. Just you know, use my imagination a bit, come up with a different idea. So if you want to do them gold, by all means, do that. But here, but I will probably not. My brain's going to do them black. Black teeth. Ugh. Maybe that is scary. I know a lot of people, by the way, don't like colouring the skulls, but they don't have to be scary. I'm just going to check, see if that's all of those shape of, I think it is. Yeah. Now, this one that we did in the 16, just wondering if there's, so there's this one, which is similar-ish. This one is very similar. Sorry, I pointed at that. That one was the 16, and I'm thinking that one's similar. But down here, this one. So I'm just going to do that one first, because I'm definitely sure that I want that in 16. It almost looks like a little moustache, twirly moustache. It's a bit high, isn't it? I I don't know. Don't know much about moustaches. Oh, I do know my son should have had a shave. He looks very scruffy. Problem is he being 18, some kids have young adults have a good facial hair by then, but his is not. He's got he could grow quite thick moustache. Yeah, I'm thinking this bit too. But yeah, so he could grow quite a thick moustache. I'm going all the way to the edge. I'm sort of ignoring this bit. And his sideburns get quite thick, and he gets a bit on his chin. But in between, it's nothing really. My other son is blonde, he's ginger really. Redhead, I suppose, as they say. He was telling me the other day why they're called redheads. It was quite interesting. Anyway, I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, his is very thin and pale, so he gets away with it without shaving at all so far. No, redhead. Apparently, I don't know if this is true. This is what my son told me. Sometimes I don't know whether what he tells me is true. That there didn't used to be, didn't have many colour names for things, and so hair was either brown, black, or red. Is what I think that was the basic gist of what he was trying to tell me. Okay, now I'm going to just do these that look like these, and then I might call it a day for today. Looking at, I've got a cup of coffee getting very cold, so the mauve we used, I'm holding my breath and I'm trying to think. Yeah, so he said something like that, like there weren't enough colours names, so anything that wasn't black or brown hair was red or something. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But, I don't know. So we didn't have blonde, ginger, or I don't know. So do this one as well over here. I think these are the only ones like this. I've just noticed another bit that could be in the gold colour. But anyway. Now I was trying to stick to Halloween-y shades, which is why I did the flowers in purple and orange. But I sort of have strayed away from that a little bit, I think, with these leaves, seaweed and whatever. So remember we used the 21, the what's it called, light rose, to just do the tips. But I think we can still get away with it, and as he's a skull, maybe it doesn't matter about the colours. You know, he's Halloween-y enough without us trying to do Halloween colours. Where's the other bit I was going to do in the yellow, that bit? Yeah, I'm just going to do this last bit down here. These bits here I thought would be in this 16, in the golden ochre. I'm thinking dark in the middle, a bit light towards the tips. Each one doesn't really show up massively, it's quite a small space. And then this one. Right, there we go. Let's just show you what's been done so far. Obviously there's still quite a lot of work to do, but there we go. So yes, thank you for joining me today. I hope that was okay. As I say, we'll come back and do more work on this one probably tomorrow, unless I do completed pages and miss a day. I don't think I will. I skip a day. I don't know if I will do that. I haven't planned. I just don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really super day and happy colouring.